Just come. Run. Let's go. Hurry. Run to me now!
In 1953, a man claimed his father discovered and froze a young male Bigfoot.
My father acquired the Bigfoot September 23, 1953. And when they acquired them, they were so immense that they had no other choice, with most of them, to dissect them, cut them up so that they could get them out of the swamp. Now, this one in particular isn't that big, but it is still a very large creature. Now, it's desiccated because it's been in a freezer 65 years, give or take.
He said the creature was obtained on September 23, 1953, and that many of the beings they recovered back then were so large they had to be cut apart to remove them from the swamp. This one was smaller than the others, but still described as a large creature. After roughly 65 years in a freezer, the body had become dried and shrunken. He pointed out that 1 foot above the ankle had been removed and kept in a separate bag. The body, said to stand over 6 feet tall and covered in hair, remained frozen for decades.
You can clearly see it's a male, and as we go around to the back side, there's the foot that matches up perfectly. Definitely came from this animal. It's been frozen with this animal for many years. You can see the toenail there. See the foot. That's where the other foot was removed. It's been frozen. It's all desiccated. You can see the gluteus maximus here is. Now you can see the face. They always seem to look similar, and they always sort of like have that grin. I'm not really sure why they're grinning like that.
He claimed the missing foot matched the corpse perfectly and had been stored with it the entire time. He described its dried features, visible toenail, strong muscles, and a face that seemed to show a fixed grin, something he said was common among specimens. According to him, the creature was non-human, with strong musculature and small human-like feet.
There is a lot of conjecture on the internet about these creatures, and these specimens in particular, and I can state factually that the DNA has been checked. We've checked the DNA, but it comes back of an unknown origin.
He insisted DNA tests had been done, but said they returned corrupted or of unknown origin. His theory was that these beings were biological recording devices for the Greys, which he believed explained why no skeletons were ever found. There are many doubts and unanswered questions, but to him, the frozen body was not myth. He saw it as proof. Deep in the remote mountains near Mission, British Columbia, something unusual was captured on camera. While hiking along a quiet logging road, a pair of hikers were photographing the stunning scenery when they noticed movement far in the distance. Something tall was standing against the landscape. When they zoomed in, it revealed an upright figure, too large to be a person and not moving like a bear. The hikers watched carefully, trying to make sense of what they were seeing. Could this have been a Bigfoot wandering the wilderness? A routine hunting trip turned into an unbelievable discovery. On the final day at the camp, a hunter positioned his blind near an elk wallow, hoping to catch sight of game. The woods were quiet, broken only by the sound of shifting leaves. As he waited patiently, he captured something entirely unexpected. Only about 30 feet away, a large, upright figure stood behind a bush, watching him. In the bright daylight, its facial features became briefly visible. On October 12, 2025, a man was walking through a small forest in Idaho when he noticed 2 upright figures in the fading light, one large and one smaller. He took out his phone and filmed a brief clip that quickly went viral, labeled "Bigfoot and Baby Spotted in Idaho." But the question remains, Was it actually a Bigfoot family or simply people in costumes? A gigantic figure, originally noticed at an oil site in Alberta, has now resurfaced on a horse ranch at sunset. While the ranch owner circles a burning pile of brush, his attention stays locked on the flames, unaware that a towering silhouette is standing completely still beside one of his horse shelters, partially obscured by the falling snow. As he continues driving around the fire, he never once notices the tall, shadowed shape remaining frozen near the shelter. Only later, when he goes back to review the recording, does he realize that something, or someone, had been watching him the whole time. Deep within the Mississippi swamplands, a hunter's calm stakeout suddenly takes a startling turn. Something enormous is positioned just beyond the trees. He picks up movement behind him, and as he waits for hogs in the dimming light, expecting normal wildlife, he slowly rotates around, only to spot a massive dark shape hunched beside a fallen cypress. Its wide shoulders and upright head look nothing like any creature he's ever seen. He stares in stunned silence as the being tears into the stump with its oversized hands. In the distance, a truck growls along the road, and the figure abruptly stands to its full height, easily reaching about 7 feet. Panic floods in and he bolts, his thoughts racing. Had he just witnessed the elusive skunk ape in motion? A man was making his way up a mountain trail when he said he spotted a Bigfoot moving along the path ahead of him. He pointed out what he believed was a Bigfoot entering a nearby cave, insisting he had just seen an even larger one moments earlier. Unfortunately, he never managed to film the creature itself, only his startled reaction. With no visual evidence to support the sighting, many people remain skeptical of his claim. This man retrieved his trail camera to review what it had recorded, but the moment he checked the footage, he froze. A huge, fur-covered figure had been caught deep in the forest. It appeared to have a cone-shaped head, long arms, pale shoulders, and an immense build. No one can say with certainty what the creature was. Could it have been Bigfoot? And if it was staged, the execution was unnervingly convincing. In the Cheyenne Mountains, a hiker named Jeannie Lamacan recorded a strange figure walking beside a river. The silhouette was tall, hunched, and completely covered in hair, moving in a way no human naturally would. Around that same time, hunters near Salakard came across enormous footprints pressed deep into the snow, far larger than any man's. The trail made a sharp turn and then vanished into the forest. Many believe the creature was the Almasty, often described as Russia's version of Bigfoot. In the center of a thick, overgrown field, a trail camera recorded an unusual image. It revealed a dark, human-like shape with a head that appeared slightly elongated. No one can say for certain what it was. It might have been a lone ape moving through the area, or possibly the creature people quietly talk about, a Bigfoot. With the exact location never disclosed, determining the truth is nearly impossible. A hiker was exploring the mountains one evening when he caught sight of something large and dark moving along the slope. It was walking upright before it slipped out of view behind the trees. He only recorded a brief moment of it, and the clip shows very little. But in a way, that almost makes his account feel more believable. He had no idea what the figure was. Yet with so many people in North Carolina reporting encounters just like this, only one possibility came to mind: Bigfoot. Still, no one can say for sure. A picture posted online was said to capture a Bigfoot deep within the forests of Texas. The figure looked tall and wide, coated in dark hair, with long arms that nearly reached the ground. Some viewers dismissed it as staged, while others insisted it looked genuine. Unfortunately, no additional details about the encounter were ever uncovered, making it difficult to accept this as an authentic Bigfoot sighting. A simple walk through the woods suddenly took a startling turn. Something was still in the area, or something else entirely.
He's still up here. Or something's up here.
As a man moved through a thickly wooded section with his dog, he paused to check his trail cameras. Then, sharp knocking sounds echoed through the trees, cutting through the quiet.
He's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here.
Curious, he continued forward and soon spotted a large figure standing on a ridge. When he began filming, the figure reacted aggressively, throwing rocks toward him. He froze on the spot, realizing immediately that this was not a normal animal. While hiking through the woods, this person spotted something unusual and took a quick photo. Later, they posted a black and white version of it to the Bigfoot subreddit. The picture appeared to show a dark shape positioned behind a fallen tree stump. Some viewers were convinced it might be a Bigfoot, while others dismissed it right away, insisting it was obviously nothing more than a stump. In the end, most agreed there was nothing mysterious about the image at all, just a tree stump lined up at the perfect angle. Still, for a brief moment, people couldn't help wondering if they were looking at the real thing. A trail camera set deep in Idaho's snowy woods captured an image that left many people stunned. The photo showed an ape-like figure standing in the cold, its thick black fur coated in snow, and its uncovered face displaying features that looked almost human. No one knows who placed the camera or the exact moment it took the shot. The snow clinging to its fur suggested it had been out there for quite some time, surviving the harsh conditions. Idaho has a long history of reported Bigfoot sightings, so it might be genuine, but it's hard to be completely sure. This person was hiking in the Wallowa Mountains, about 2 miles outside the town of Joseph, Oregon, near the upper section of the Wallowa Lake Tramway. He said he paused to enjoy the view when something shifted between the trees. At first, he assumed it was another hiker, but then he noticed a tall, dark, fur-covered figure standing partially hidden behind a tree, watching him. He froze, took a quick photo, and hurried back down the trail. Many believe he captured evidence of Bigfoot, a creature long rumored to wander the wilds of Oregon. People have argued for years about whether Bigfoot exists or is nothing more than folklore, but this footage has caused many to rethink the debate. A towering, two-legged figure appears gripping a tall pine tree, shaking it with astonishing force and strength that's difficult to explain. The raw power on display looks unnatural, bending the tree back and forth with surprising ease. Even with the grainy quality of the video, the creature's size and the intensity of its movements are impossible to miss. Real or not, the clip leaves viewers questioning what they just saw, completely stunned. This hiker was far into the Michigan woods when she stumbled upon something unusual. A footprint nearly 16 inches long, far too large for any human. It raised one question: what could have created a track like this? A TikToker was screen recording while browsing Google Maps on a tablet. After switching to Street View, he paused at an open field bordered by trees. When he rotated the camera, a figure suddenly came into view. It had no distinct facial features, yet it appeared to be looking directly at the lens. No one can say for sure what it was. Some believe it's simply a statue or a hidden Google Easter egg. But if it isn't, then what if this was actually a Bigfoot? In August 2024, a girl was filming lightning from her bedroom window. The room lights were on and everything looked completely normal, until the recording showed 2 bright spots appear above the doorway, glowing like a pair of eyes. A moment later, they were gone. Nothing was on the wall inside, and when the family checked outside, there was nothing there either. Her mother replayed the footage repeatedly, but couldn't find an explanation. The lights looked like eyes staring out of empty space. What could it have been? Bigfoot or something else? Wendy Wilson, an explorer and photographer, shared a picture that appeared to show an ape-like figure hiding behind a metallic object. The image was blurry, but Bigfoot fans were excited, believing it could be evidence of the creature's existence. Others argued that a professional photographer should have produced a clearer shot and suspected the photo might have been taken from the internet. The location was never disclosed. So did Wendy truly capture Bigfoot, or was it just another staged image? A live camera set up to observe eagles ended up capturing something no one expected. Positioned high in a towering tree, the camera streamed the calm daily life of a nesting pair of bald eagles. But below the huge branches, something unusual moved across the forest floor. A dark, upright figure walking beneath the nest with steady, deliberate steps. The creature crossed the open space before disappearing into the trees, leaving viewers with a mystery to decipher. In central New York, a woman found long, jagged scratches stretching nearly 10 feet up a tree in her yard. Some sections of bark had been stripped away, and a faint trail in the grass led straight to the base of the tree. People suggested it might have been a bear or a cougar marking the area, while others joked that it looked like something Bigfoot would leave behind. But after the markings were examined closely, they didn't match any known animal. No claw patterns, no bite marks, no tracks at all. Eventually, experts identified the real cause. The tree was a white ash, most likely damaged by woodpeckers and emerald ash borers. During a hike in the Pacific Northwest, a man spotted something unsettling moving through the trees, prompting him to take a quick photo. The image captured a tall, slender figure walking between the trunks, its posture and outline strikingly similar to classic Bigfoot descriptions. Its legs and shoulders appeared muscular, almost too convincing. But skeptics immediately pointed out unusual details: the uneven arm lengths, the oddly long neck, and background trees that didn't seem to align naturally. They also argued that the feet looked far too small for a creature associated with the name Bigfoot. Believers countered by saying that not every Bigfoot would necessarily look identical, and some suggested the strange arm proportions could indicate an injury. Now the question remains, which side do you take? These new trail camera photos were taken in New York. Take a look. There are visible calves, shoulders, and triceps showing defined muscle beneath the fur, which some people believe indicates a real living creature. Some call it convincing evidence, while others insist it's nothing more than a costume. But imagine this showing up on your trail camera. Would you think it was real? A strange video surfaced online showing what appears to be Japan's version of Bigfoot, known as the hibagan. It seemed to originate from a Japanese channel known for paranormal content, possibly as part of a short documentary or a new segment. No one has verified its source or identified who filmed it, but many viewers claim it's the clearest Bigfoot-style footage seen since the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. Real or staged, it left people genuinely intrigued. A hiker in North Carolina captured a strange video while taking a nighttime walk along the Appalachian Trail. Two glowing eyes appeared in the darkness, staring directly into the camera. He had never believed in Bigfoot, but after seeing the footage, he began to question that certainty. For reasons he didn't explain, he only posted a screenshot of the clip online. On Reddit, some users suggested it was an owl. Others thought it might be a raccoon or some other common animal. And honestly, it could have been anything. A strange figure tucked into the trees raises more questions than answers. The camera captured what looks like a dark, furry shape wedged among the branches. At first, it seems like an arm, but a closer look suggests something else, a possible second face appearing from behind the thick foliage, quietly watching. The figure stays completely still, blending seamlessly into its surroundings. Its fur matches the environment, and its position suggests deliberate hiding. Without clear movement, it's impossible to know for sure. Could this be Bigfoot or just a trick of the wilderness? A man was hiking through the woods in autumn when he noticed a tall, dark figure moving alongside the trail. He began recording, assuming it was a bear, but the creature briefly walked on 2 feet before slipping back into the trees. He managed to capture it again as it moved. The figure showed no aggression and didn't appear frightened. It moved naturally, as if it belonged there. Could this be evidence of a real dogman, or was the moment staged? A quiet night turned into a frightening ordeal deep in the woods. Something had shifted out there, more than he expected.
It's either moved, but there's more out here than I thought.
Determined to understand a strange incident from the day before, a man returned to the forest near his home. With only a flashlight in hand, he searched through the darkness, unaware of what might be waiting ahead. His hands shook as he continued forward, trying to stay composed. Then, without warning,
It's been so long since I've been really up close.
something unseen intensified his fear. The tension became overwhelming and panic took over. He spun around and sprinted into the night. Fortunately, nothing chased after him, but the terror of what he experienced is something he won't forget. A man was driving down a remote forest trail when something ahead caught his attention, a tall, dark figure standing at the edge of the path. Startled, he grabbed his camera and quickly snapped a photo. The image turned out blurry, but the outline was clear enough to raise serious questions. It looked somewhat human, yet not entirely. The figure's body was large and bulky, covered in what appeared to be thick, dark hair. Could this be real evidence of Bigfoot? Another couple hiking through the forests of Mount St. Helens in Washington had an experience they would never forget. As they walked along a quiet trail lined with towering trees, rocks suddenly started flying toward them from somewhere within the woods. They turned to leave, but before backing out, the husband quickly snapped several photos, hoping to catch whatever was responsible. Later, when they reviewed the pictures, they were shocked. On the left side of the trail, one or more large figures appeared to be crouched low among the vegetation. The images were blurry, yet clear enough to show something that didn't resemble any known animal living in those forests. In the thick forests of Canada, a landowner set up an HD trail camera after noticing strange activity on his property the previous winter. But what the camera captured left him shocked. The footage showed something covered in dense, dark fur hiding behind a tree. As it shifted, snow dropped from the branches above, as if the creature had bumped into the trunk. The clip, recorded in clear HD, led some people to believe it might be one of the most detailed Bigfoot sightings ever, while others dismissed it as a hoax. If the footage is blurry, people don't believe it. But when it's clear, no one does either. So what would it take for you to be convinced? On October 7th, 2025, a trail camera reportedly captured this photo deep in the wilderness, quickly drawing the attention of the Rocky Mountain Sasquatch organization. Experts pointed out an unusual feature in the image, the creature's walking posture. Its heel lifts far higher than a human's, something some believe would help it move more easily through thick brush or deep snow. But with the photo's origin still unknown, the whole thing remains naturally suspicious. A calm family outing turned into a frightening encounter in the wilderness. While exploring the outskirts of a popular tourist area in France, a family wandered through the forest, admiring the scenery. They scanned the trees, unaware that something unexpected was moments away. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared behind the trunks and released a deep, unsettling roar. The children screamed in panic as the family realized they weren't alone. Take a look at this zoomed-in footage and judge for yourself. In 2018, a video from Central Oregon appeared online showing a large figure moving through the dark woods.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god. Can someone get the flashlight? Go get the flashlight, Eric. Holy fuck. What the fuck is that?
Nobody, everybody's inside. Where's Andrew?
It's behind the bush again.
Behind the ridge.
That's gotta be what that sound is.
What?
It's behind the bush over there.
It was definitely on two legs.
Yes, it was walking.
The people filming reacted in fear as they tried to illuminate it, claiming they briefly saw eyes behind a bush and heard it moving along a ridge. They also noted that the figure seemed to be walking on two legs. The uploader insisted it was Bigfoot and said he had seen the creature several times before, once while it was chasing a deer. Although many initially mocked the footage as fake, viewers who revisited it years later began noticing details: the long arms, the height, and the genuine fear in the voices.
Hey! Hey!
Whatever the figure was, something massive moved through those Oregon forests that night. In the remote wilderness of Alaska, a camper heard rustling nearby and spotted a large, dark figure moving between the trees. It walked upright like a person, yet its shape was distinctly ape-like. The encounter matched many classic Bigfoot reports and sparked even more debate about whether the creature truly exists. In late October 2025, a man named Alex Verstia went fishing in a remote part of Colorado, miles from any marked trail and surrounded by dense, silent forest. For hours, everything felt normal, until he sensed that something might be watching him. He lifted his camera and slowly panned across the trees.
Vine a pescar a un lugar muy escondido, pero ya me empezó a dar miedo porque mira cómo está. Y tengo rato que siento que algo me está siguiendo y se escuchan las ramas tronar. Y creo que encontré, si no es el hijo de Pie Grande, es el hijo de King Kong. Tiene rato mirándome, mira, mira. Por favor, no van a decir que no lo ven. No mames, no me van a ver.
When he reviewed the zoomed-in footage, he noticed what appeared to be a small, furry figure tucked into the branches. Alex believed it resembled a young Bigfoot hiding in the canopy. Others suggested it might simply be pareidolia, shapes in nature creating the illusion of a creature. In truth, it's difficult to say whether anything was actually there. This security camera, set up on a remote property deep in the woods, recorded something unusual late one night. A large figure could be seen moving quickly through the darkness. And just seconds later, it appeared to fade away, slowly dissolving into thin air. It was most likely caused by a camera malfunction, but the footage still left the family unsettled, wondering who or what had been on their property that night. In May 2025, a man uploaded a video claiming he was nearly trapped by a Bigfoot.
Hello? Oh. We find out there's a friggin' Sasquatch looking at us. Wait a minute, this might be the real deal, everybody. We might be face to face with a Sasquatch right now.
While exploring a forest at night, his flashlight caught a pair of glowing eyes staring back at him. He joked at first, but once he realized the figure might actually be a Bigfoot, fear set in and he tried to run, only to fall into a hole hidden in the ground.
Oh! Whoa, I just sank! Oh my god! What if that's a trap? Cause look, he was sitting right there. He was standing right here when we saw him.
Shaken, he pointed out that the creature had been standing exactly where he had seen the eyes moments earlier, making him wonder whether he had stumbled into some kind of trap. Some viewers believed it was a territorial Bigfoot guarding its area, while others argued it was simply a normal animal. In the end, he managed to get out safely, though left completely confused by what he had encountered. Two women were hiking through the forest on a calm day. After an hour without encountering anyone, they stopped to rest for a moment. While sitting, they noticed something across a stream and managed to take a photo from a distance. The figure barely moved, but its presence made them increasingly uneasy, prompting them to leave. The question remains, what exactly did they see? In 2021, a Reddit user visited Willow Creek, California, a place long associated with Bigfoot sightings. While hiking through the area, they captured something unusual on camera. The photo showed a dark, human-shaped figure standing near the trees. Some viewers quickly labeled it as Bigfoot, while others dismissed it as nothing more than light and shadow. The uploader wasn't convinced by either explanation, noting that the shape didn't match any tree, branch, or object nearby. So what exactly did they capture out there? Two children were playing in a sunny field while their mother filmed them from just a few steps away. Suddenly, something appeared in the background.
It's swing. Yeah, hang on. Oh my god. Kid, come here. Right now. Come to me. Just come. Run. Let's go. Hurry. Run to me now!
A tall, broad figure emerging from behind the trees. The mother panicked and quickly called her kids to come toward her, urging them to run. Although the moment looks frightening, many viewers believe the footage appears a bit too staged to be genuine. In March 2012, a woman hiking near a frozen lake in Russia noticed something unusual: a dark, human-shaped figure walking alone across the ice. She quickly took a photo and posted it online, and soon people began claiming it showed Bigfoot carrying its young. Skeptics argued it was simply a heavily bundled man crossing the lake. But given the distance and the blurry image quality, no one can say with certainty what, or who, was actually out on that frozen expanse. A trail camera set deep in the forest recorded something unusual, something many think might be Bigfoot. The camera was positioned low to the ground, and whatever walked past came extremely close to the lens. All that's visible is a section of long, coarse brown hair and the lower portions of two thick, sturdy legs. It appears to be something moving upright, brushing the camera as it passed. Some believe it could simply be a bear captured from an odd angle, while others argue the hair texture and overall body shape don't match any known animal. So what was it? A bear, or the closest glimpse we've ever had of Bigfoot? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.